Hey, what is up everybody? So today we are going to be talking about Daredevil Netflix Season 2. Now this is regarding some info that's of course been released recently with the brand new pictures, and this is coming in courtesy from Entertainment Weekly. So there is quite a bunch of, stuff to talk about and what we can expect from the series, which I hope to get all into and then, give my quick thoughts on and compare it to hopefully how it's going to be different than Season 1. So of course, when the second season of Daredevil was actually announced and we got to know more about what's going to be happening, very soon we would find out that the man responsible for the first season, Stephen S. DeKnight, was actually not involved with the second season, causing much of a concern around us fans considering we loved the first season, and it seems like all the critics did too. So, it was a very unsure time for what direction they were going to go in with Daredevil Season 2. Fast forward a couple months, we actually got a new showrunner, and along with that we got the announcement that the Punisher and Elektra will both be making their appearances in the series as series regulars. With of course the title of the Punisher going to John Bernthal, who is best known for playing Shane in The Walking Dead. Now from a set visit that they actually did and they got to see the first two episodes, they actually go in to describe kind of how it's going to differentiate itself from Daredevil Season 1. So an obvious spoiler warning should go here if you guys don't want to know anything about Season 2. And with that in mind, what they say is they're going to cite actually Season 1 as an example of what they're not doing. And what they're not doing is waiting to show the main villain, quote unquote. And what they mean by that is it took a little bit of time for us to see Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin and to get the story and to get the character developed. Instead, Daredevil Season 2 is actually going to open with the Punisher in an action sequence. And they say that the decision to do it this way was essentially that you already have everything established with Season 1. When you get into Season 2, you don't have to reestablish much, people already know what to expect, and you can literally dive right into the action and not feel lost. So now they get actually into how these two are going to contrast each other. So, of course, we have Matt Murdock as Daredevil, when that's a secret identity, and how he goes about taking care of the criminals. Now, on the other side of that, when we're introduced to the Punisher, we're going to know his backstory and find it out throughout the season of who he is and what he does, and why exactly he is the way he is, and why his solution is to find a criminal and kill them, no questions asked, just do it. And we're actually going to kind of delve into his mind and, really find out the way of how he interprets the way he thinks and how Matt tries to interpret the way he thinks, and how these two characters fighting for the same common goal are, reaching different ideals and different viewpoints of how they get there. So, it's going to be kind of good, to me at least, that they're going to explore that aspect. That's one of my favorite aspects of the Punisher, is seeing how he justifies what he does. And they also say that there is going to be a, analysis needed by the fans. Essentially when you watch it, they want you to be rooting for both of the characters, even though Punisher is technically the villain and the anti-hero, but they want you to be able to see from his point of view on everything he's seen, everything he's lost, and how, Matt Murdock is trying to justify what he does while the Punisher is in his way. And then they say that after watching a few of the episodes that you're definitely going to be rooting for the Punisher, but you're also going to be rooting for Matt and, kind of through his point of view on how he's maybe second guessing some of the choices he's made. And then they talk about, a little bit about Matt Murdock's actual Catholicism and how, he is very devoted to it, and how we're actually going to get throughout the entire time how Frank doesn't really believe in much, and the only thing he believes in is the guns he has and his next target. Also, there is a confirmation that Season 2 is going to have a bunch more sex scenes, more than the first season ever did, which would make sense. They experienced this definitely on Jessica Jones and weren't afraid of going to that area, and now this is, a kid, it's not really a kid show, right? It's like, in essence, it's like, oh, okay, it's a Marvel show, but it's really not for kids. So, I'm glad that they are going to explore more adult themes in this. So that is pretty much everything we found out from this article. It is very great. It is packed with a bunch of info, and definitely, reassures me that they are not going to mess up with something like the Punisher, which, God forbid if they do. He's such a beloved character, especially for people like myself who really just love how the character has been portrayed throughout the years and want to see him, done right finally. So I really can't wait. Hopefully this filled you guys in on some of the, expectations for the show, and let me know what you guys think and how excited you might be. So thank you for watching the video, and if you guys like what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you haven't already, check out some of these other great videos we have on the channel. Just click the annotation right there, it'll take you to them. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a good one.